Hello friends, in our previous video, that means in part 1, we saw all the chemical components of the nucleic acid, and in this video we will see the actual structure of the DNA molecule which was proposed by Watson and Crick. Friends, in 1953, Watson and Crick proposed a DNA structure based on X-ray crystallographic studies provided by Wilkins and Franklin. According to the model proposed by them, DNA molecule consists of two long strands coiled around a common imaginary central axis to form a double helix. It looks like a twisted ladder and shows alternative major and minor grooves. DNA coiling is right-handed, therefore DNA helix is a right-handed helix. And each strand of DNA consists of number of nucleotides. In this present diagram, you can observe the double helical structure of the DNA. The outermost is sugar phosphate backbone of DNA. Then you can observe the nitrogenous base pairing, then shallow minor groove and deep major groove. And DNA helix is a right-handed helix. Let's discuss about some features and structure of the DNA double helix. The first important thing is that DNA shows complementary base pairing. That is, the nitrogen bases present on one strand pair with the nitrogen bases of opposite strand. Purine base A, that means adenine, always pair with pyrimidine base T, that means thymine, by 2 hydrogen bonds. And purine base G, G stands for guanine, always pair with pyrimidine base C, that means cytosine, by 3 hydrogen bonds. This pairing of DNA is known as complementary base pairing because A always pairs with T and G always pairs with C. Therefore, if we have the base sequence of the one DNA strand, then we can easily draw the base sequence of the opposite DNA strand due to the complementary base pairing. This you can observe in this figure. If you have the sequence of strand 1, then due to complementarity of the bases, you can determine the sequence of strand 2. Just observe the figure carefully and you will understand the concept. As the base sequence present on one strand of the DNA decides the base sequence of the other strand, the strands are regarded as the complementary strands. The next important thing is purine is to pyrimidine ratio. Due to complementary base pairing, total number of purines are always equal to the total number of pyrimidines. This is called as the Chargaff's rule. Because if purine is present on one strand of the DNA, then obviously on the opposite strand of the DNA there will be pyrimidine. So number of purines are always equal to the number of pyrimidines. This is the Chargaff's rule. That is, A plus G is equal to T plus C. For example, observe this figure of DNA strand carefully. In this figure of DNA strand, total number of adenines, that means A, is equal to 4. Total number of G is equal to 3. Total number of T, that means thymine, is equal to 4. And total number of cytosine is equal to 3. So, total number of purines, that means A and G, is equal to 4 plus 3, that means 7. And total number of pyrimidines, that means thymine plus cytosine, is equal to 4 plus 3, that means 7. Therefore, total number of purines are equal to total number of pyrimidines, and this is the Chargaff's rule. Okay? Next, we will discuss about the polarity of the DNA strand. So each strand of DNA has a specific polarity. One end is considered as 5' end, whereas other end is considered as 3' end. This polarity is because of third and fifth carbon atom of the deoxyribose sugar. In our previous video, that means in part 1, we saw at 5' end there is a free phosphate group, while at 3' end there is a free OH group. So out of the two DNA strands, one of the strand runs in 5' is to 3' direction, while the other strand runs in 3' is to 5' direction. That is, 5' end always close to the 3' end of the other strand. Okay? You can observe this in the figure. So friends, this arrangement of two DNA strands referred to as anti-parallel because two strands run in opposite direction. 5' end of one strand is always close to the 3' end of the other strand. These all are the some salient features of the DNA double helix. Let's see some dimensions of the DNA molecule. First is diameter of the DNA molecule is 2 nanometer. Then distance between two successive nucleotide is equal to 0.34 nanometer. Then deflection pitch angle between two successive steps, that means two successive rungs, is equal to 36 degree. Then DNA molecule makes one complete turn of 360 degree after covering a distance of 3.4 nanometer, and there are 10 base pairs in one complete turn or one complete spiral of the DNA. Friends, hope you have understood the basic structure of the DNA molecule. Thank you.